everyone, how's it going? Today I wanted to talk about a topic that's very near and dear to my heart, and that is my health and wellness journey. You may or may not have seen that throughout the years there's been quite the transformation, especially if you go and look at Eddie's old videos. I recorded this video the other day and didn't know what to do for an intro, so I am magically going to do a wardrobe change. Really all my life I've been overweight. Like ever since I was a child, my dad, against his better judgment, would like feed me Hershey's candy bars for lunch when my mom was away managing at a local restaurant. So I didn't exactly have like the healthiest childhood. My mom did make home cooked meals for me. I would do school lunch. Breakfast was usually like cereal, that kind of thing. But I was just always overweight and I didn't really know why. So as early as 16 years old, I saw a nutritionist for the first time and I sort of got an insight as to what was going on, like portion sizes. But that was kind of a gateway into like fad dieting and this whole rabbit hole of like cutting out certain things like, oh, fats are bad or carbohydrates are bad or whatever. But as I continued to age, I got into college and then came the drinking and the smoking, and my lifestyle was just really unhealthy. I went to college for music, so just like being a creative person, you're kind of prone to like some level of instability anyway, at least from my experience. So yeah, I just got into like a lot of substances, and fortunately never like any super heavy ones, but I definitely indulged, and that contributed to a lot of weight gain as well. I was also eating a ton of fast food at the time. It's just so easy and quick to grab, especially when you're a student and you're doing a lot of studying. You just don't have time to cook for yourself. But man, when I decided that I was gonna cut that out, it would have been really, really helpful to have tools like today's sponsor, Rocket Money. Rocket Money is an all-in-one platform that helps you save more and spend less. This personal finance app allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, build a custom budget, and grow your savings all in one place. So I can set up a budget for groceries and fast food and really force myself to stick to a plan. I'm able to monitor spending categories and get notifications when I've exceeded them. Rocket Money has also helped me cancel unwanted subscriptions. For instance, we recently discovered that we had 2 subscriptions to the same streaming platform. Like, who needs that? I can also set up smart savings where I can choose the amount and frequency, and Rocket Money will automatically deposit savings into a smart savings account that you can withdraw from at any time. So save more and spend less by signing up for a free trial with Rocket Money today. I've got the hookup for you. Go to rocketmoney.com/Gabby or click the link in the description to get started for free or unlock premium access. That's rocketmoney.com/Gabby to get started for free and get your money right. Eventually, after I met Eddie, I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired. It got to a point where I was getting out of breath just walking up the stairs. And it kind of clicked with me that this isn't good. I really just was miserable and uncomfortable with myself. Like, I didn't like the way that I looked. I didn't like the way that I felt. And I knew that I needed to make a change. So I did. So back in 2019, there was a lady that I saw that had lost a bunch of weight. And so I reached out to her and she hooked me up with her MLM business. And so I was doing like this diet from this MLM. Anyway, so I followed this program. It was highly restrictive and I ended up losing 50 pounds in a very short amount of time. I want to say it was like 3 months. Now, that might be something to celebrate. And at the time I was extremely happy about it. But what I didn't understand was that I probably did long-term damage to my metabolism. I decided I was sick of yo-yo dieting because like literally none of the fad diets were sustainable. I just couldn't see myself like never eating spaghetti again or never eating burgers again or something. It's like, okay, how can I balance this? How can I eat in a way that makes sense for me, that works for my body and my metabolism? And so I saw a nutritionist. Again, this nutritionist like really worked with me, and because I was older and was self-sustaining, I do things myself. I'm independent. That's the word I'm looking for. Because I was independent and I cook for myself, it was a lot easier for me to really like grasp the concepts. So I got into like calorie tracking and all that kind of thing. And I was able to lose a little bit more weight and figure out how to eat in a way that was sustainable and that I didn't feel deprived. Like, I am cool with having a burger once a week. I don't have to eat it every day, but just knowing that I can have it and not gain all that weight back is just it makes it easier to eat healthier the rest of the days. I also want to add too that none of this was easy. I really had to work for it and really had to discipline myself because I get really intense cravings for like high sugar, high fat, high carbohydrate type of food. It's like literally mac and cheese is my favorite thing in the world, or burgers or pizza. Trying to curb those cravings and like really discipline my body to crave healthier foods, it's a long journey. You know, it's 2023 now. Like, I started doing this seriously in 2019 and I still don't have all of this under my belt. So I just want to put that out there that it's still an ongoing thing. And obviously I'm not the model of fitness or anything like that, but I just wanted to show you guys my personal journey and what it was like for me, what I had to go through. So I just want to show you guys my cooking process and what a meal that I cook for me and Eddie looks like on a day-to-day basis. So let's go to the kitchen. Okay, so we're in the kitchen and today we are going to be making shawarma spiced chickpea bowls with chicken, lots of chicks. I've got all the ingredients set up right here. I know my counter looks messy, but I am living in an active construction zone, which is fun. Please bear with the lack of aesthetics for now. So first we're gonna make the rice. I'm melting some butter and then we're gonna add some onions, garlic, and pistachios, and we're just gonna mix that in and get it a little bit toasted. It's really difficult to stir with one hand and record with the other. Now we're gonna add salt. Next we're gonna add the rice and 3/4 of a cup of chicken broth, and we're gonna let that simmer and add more salt. Now we're gonna cover it and let it do its thing. Now I've got a pan full of onions, tomatoes, and chickpeas, and I'm just gonna drizzle it with some olive oil, sprinkle it with the shawarma seasoning, and it's not coming out. So it's all in a clump, but we're gonna add some salt and some pepper, and then I'm going to attempt to mix it with one hand while I continue to record. I need a tripod. Now it's all mixed and I get to go put it in the oven. I also forgot to mention that I've got a chicken breast in the oven right now. I had one left over that I was going to eat, but then discovered it was bad. So magically later you'll see 2 chicken breasts in the oven. Now we're gonna make the garlic sauce. It's got garlic, light sour cream, and salt. There's that second chicken breast I was talking about. I just tossed the vegetables and they are looking good. The rice just got done. I've added cilantro, some more salt and pepper. Now we're gonna cover it and let it sit and wait for the rest of the food. The chickpeas and 1 chicken breast is done. I'm still waiting about 10 minutes for the other one, but I'm going to start assembling Eddie's dish. So I added the rice and the chickpeas, cut up his chicken breast, and then topped it with the garlic sauce and some sriracha. I've garnished it with the rest of the cilantro and pistachios, and it's looking pretty good. So it's time to get the final verdict. All right, Eddie, you be the judge. What do you think?
What is this? Chicken sriracha. What is it?
It's a chicken shawarma chickpea bowl with rice. Is it good? I did good.
It's delicious.
Yay!
Wow. You got any more salsa?
So now that you've gotten to see some of the yummy foods that I cook, let's talk about exercise, because it's really a contributing factor and it helps keep the weight off. I went from literally doing no exercise to doing a very high intensity workout. I bumped my microphone. Eddie and I were just sitting around doing nothing. Like, he was trying to get his YouTube career off the ground at that point, and I was still working my 9 to 5. Or I had just gotten done. No, I quit. I quit my job at that point. I saw my friend from college had been doing CrossFit, and she and her husband looked amazing. And I was like, what are you doing? Oh my God. We decided to do a trial class at the local CrossFit gym here. Literally the first class was 100 overhead squats, which is where you've got the barbell locked out overhead and you're just squatting with like a shit ton of weight. And that's like one of the hardest movements ever. And to do 100 of them in a row, look, we went and we couldn't even do that. And we died. And at that moment, like when we left the gym, we both looked at each other and said, if we don't sign up for a membership right now, we're never coming back, because it was that hard. But we also knew we needed a drastic change. And like we saw everybody at that gym and like how ripped they were and how in shape they were. And we were like, we want to be like that. So that's what we did. We got a membership and we started going 3 days a week. It took us, I think, like 2 years, but we finally worked up to going 4 to 5 times a week, just depending on our schedule. Forcing myself to do these really difficult workouts and push my body to limits that I never thought that I could get to has really helped me in a lot of areas of my life. I've overcome a lot of hardships because if I can get through the pain of a tough ass workout, I can do anything. It's helped me in so many areas, and it's also helps with my mental stability because I feel stronger, I feel more confident, but also I'm sure there's like some chemical shit going on up there that's like, hey, serotonin and whatever. I don't know. I just know I feel better and I feel more stable, less depressed, less anxious. So it's really helped me in a lot of areas. But speaking about like feeling depressed and anxious and stuff, throughout this whole journey, I've also really worked on my mental health. It's like I've kind of had to take all of these pieces and like work on them together because they all fit together in a weird way. There was a lot of shit that happened to me in my childhood and my teenage years that I just never worked through, and I buried that with drugs and alcohol. It was really unhealthy, and it was like my weight gain was a physical manifestation of the trauma that I was carrying around, right? So I've just been going to therapy consistently for 3 years. I have kind of jumped around therapists because one sort of fell off, and then I went to a trauma therapist, and then she referred me to a spiritual therapist. So now I have 2 therapists that like I kind of just see on an as needed basis, and like fortunately I'm going to see them less and less, and that doesn't mean it's because I don't want to, it's just because I'm in a good place now. I've pretty much hashed out everything that I need to hash out, and it's one of those things where like, yeah, sometimes things will pop back up or I'll get triggered by something and like I need to go to a therapy session, but having that at my disposal has been really nice, and they've been able to give me like really useful tools to, I don't know, help cope with these things and just like help move past them and validate my experiences and that I'm not crazy. I mean, I'm a little crazy, but I'm not like crazy. So anyway, it's really helped me to discontinue like all of those bad habits, because now I'm able to work through my emotions in a healthy way instead of trying to bury them and escape from them with substances. It's a real thing. So anyway, I'm 31 now. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm the healthiest I've ever been. My mindset is amazing. My nutrition is really, really great. Now I've got these thyroid issues to deal with, but it is what it is. Outside of that, I literally feel better than ever. I feel better than I did at 21. I feel better than I did at 11. Let me tell you. I never thought that being in my 30s, I would be at my peak, or maybe even still like leading up to my peak. I don't know what these later years are gonna look like. I just see a continual improvement in all aspects of my life, and it's really motivating when I've got my partner Eddie running alongside of me and also improving himself in all of the same ways. I've finally gotten to the point where my creativity is coming back too. Oh my God, that's so nice. Like, you don't realize how much that shit can gum up your brain and your creativity. I don't know. It's like everything's just starting to flow freely now, and it feels really nice. I'm getting back into music, so I'm excited to see where the future takes me and how this affects my content creation. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. I hope to have a follow-up video with you guys in a couple of months, because I am trying to cram into my wedding dress, which is a super stressful thing. I don't know why I did that. I ordered it a size down, and it was just like a really dumb idea. So now I have to, in a very healthy way, lose like 20 to 30 pounds. We'll see. So I'm gonna go for a walk, but I'll follow up with you guys in a couple months, and yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye. Hey everybody, what's up? I'm nervous. Let me try again. Hey everyone, how's it going? Hey everyone, how's it going? Today Why can't I intro?